Welcome to The Explainer. We're going to talk about something huge today, AI and SEO. Artificial intelligence is basically tearing up the old rulebook for search engines, and we're going to dive into what that means for you and how you can actually come out on top.
Okay, let's kick things off with a number, just to set the stage. 8.5 billion. What's that? Well, that's how many searches Google processes. Not a year, not a month, every single day. The scale is just mind-boggling, right?
And into this massive universe, a new force has arrived: artificial intelligence. It's like Scott Keever said in Forbes, and I think this really hits the nail on the head. The question isn't if AI is going to change SEO anymore, it's all about how it's going to change it. And believe me, the changes are big.
So here's what we've got on deck. First, we'll look at what I'm calling the SEO earthquake. Then we'll get into how AI is actually changing search. After that, we'll talk about your new AI assistant. Yeah, you heard that right. That'll lead us to a whole new search everywhere strategy. And we'll wrap it up by looking at the future, human plus AI.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, the SEO earthquake. To really get a handle on what's happening, you have to understand this isn't just some minor update. No, this is a fundamental shift. The ground is literally moving under our feet when it comes to how we find information.
Okay, on to our next section. So, what's actually causing this earthquake? Well, it's all about moving away from that classic list of 10 blue links we all know and into a world where you get direct AI-powered answers. Let's dig into what that really means.
Man, when you put them side by side, the difference is just wow. We used to live in a world where SEO was all about getting that click from the top 10 results, right? But now, things like Google's AI overviews have completely flipped the script. It's not about matching keywords anymore. It's about the AI understanding what you really want, your intent, and just giving you the answer right there.
And this creates something really important, a concept called the zero-click search. Think about it. The AI gives you the answer right on the search page. You get what you need, and you never click a link. The takeaway here is massive. You could have the best content in the world, the content that actually fuels the AI's answer, and still get zero traffic from it. Kinda scary, right?
This whole thing is so big, it's even starting to shake the giant itself, Google. Don't get me wrong, they're still the king, but their market share has actually slipped a bit. It's a sign that the walls of the garden are starting to crack, because people are realizing, hey, I can get answers somewhere else now.
And here's one of the biggest reasons why. Search just isn't happening in the little white search box anymore. Get this, 40% of Gen Z, 40%, they're starting their search on TikTok or Instagram. Not Google. They're looking for stuff in a totally different way, in a place where quick, visual, video answers are king.
So, okay, all this change, all this disruption, it's easy to look at AI and just see a threat. I get it, but this brings us to our next section, and it's all about a change in perspective. What if AI wasn't the enemy? What if it was your new assistant? Because honestly, if you learn how to work with it, AI can be the most powerful co-pilot you've ever had.
Just think about all the things this AI copilot can do for you. We're talking about automating and speeding up all that tedious stuff. Keyword research? Done. Competitor analysis? No problem. It can even help you outline content or find technical SEO problems. It basically takes all the grunt work off your plate so you can focus on what really matters, the high-level strategy.
But here's the catch, and it's a big one. AI is not a magic wand you just wave. The results you get are only as good as the instructions you give. You have to treat it like a collaborator, like you're briefing a new team member. Be specific, give it context, show it examples. And then, and this is the most crucial part, you have to be the final editor. You add your unique expertise, your human touch. That's the secret sauce.
All right, so this leads us perfectly into our next section, the search everywhere strategy. Now that you have this amazing AI assistant, you need a new playbook. Because let's be real, if your entire strategy is still just about Google, you're going to get left in the dust.
So let's talk about search everywhere optimization. This is more than a tactic. It's a whole new way of thinking. The goal isn't just about hitting page 1 on Google anymore. It's about showing up and being helpful wherever your audience is actually looking for answers, whatever platform that might be. Because look at this new search landscape. It's this whole ecosystem. Yeah, Google's in there, but so is social media like TikTok and YouTube, and AI chatbots like ChatGPT. Even Amazon. Think about it. Amazon is one of the biggest product search engines on the planet. But here's the really cool part.
Even though the where is changing, the what and how are surprisingly consistent. Google themselves say you need to create people-first content. And this is where EEAT is your best friend. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. If you can prove you have real-world experience, that you're an expert, that you're an authority, and that people can trust you, that's the winning ticket, period. It doesn't matter if it's on Google, TikTok, or anywhere else.
So, where do we go from here? This brings us to our final section, which is all about the future. Human plus AI. The big takeaway isn't that machines are replacing people. Not at all. The real winners are going to be the ones who figure out how to combine machine power with human brilliance.
Let's look at what each side brings to the partnership. On one hand, you've got AI. It's all about speed, massive scale, and crunching data. It can see patterns we'd never spot. But on the other hand, you have us, humans. We bring the stuff AI just can't do. Real creativity, empathy, strategy, and just that unique insight you only get from actually living in the world. The magic happens when you put those two things together.
And as we look to the future, this human-AI team-up is only going to get more important. I mean, think about what's coming. Voice search, where you're optimizing for how people actually talk. Visual search, where you can just point your phone at something to search. And get this, predictive SEO, where AI can actually help you figure out what people are going to be searching for. It's pretty wild stuff.
So, what's the bottom line? Yes, AI is completely rebuilding the world of search as we know it. But this isn't a moment to be scared. It's a moment to adapt. The tools are in our hands, the new playbook is being written right now, and for anyone willing to grab the wheel, the opportunity is absolutely huge.